The Force is with you, Mega64 Patreon.
Always.
But you are not a Jedi yet. Guess the movie.
I would guess it is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh my God. Are you fucking stupid?
Yes, Rocco. I am a dumb person.
Wow.
Yes.
We put it to it is May the 4th be with you. We put it to the test. We asked the Patreon, what should we talk about? Should we talk about
The Last
Jedi? That's what I was steering it, because when that came out, we were kind of scattered to the wind that Christmas.
Yeah.
We never discussed the movie. We discussed Force Awakens a ton. And then Rise of Skywalker, we literally all saw and then recorded a podcast out of the theater.
Right.
The Last Jedi, we were like already on break or something. We did not talk about it amongst each other at all.
Yeah, I didn't see it in theaters until like 2 weeks after it came out.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
There was some reason like no one could go. I saw it in the morning just with Kevin. And none of us ever discussed it. So I thought that was a logical choice. And then resoundingly, every inbox I had was filled with, please God, don't talk about I can't hear about Last Jedi anymore. I'd rather die.
Okay.
Fair. So, and then a lot of people, and then we mentioned Solo, we did all kinds of stuff. But you know what? When is the last time we just talked about one of the classics?
It's been a long time.
We never just sit and talk about The Empire Strikes Back. And I know everyone's talked about it, but you know what? In a time where things are very jaded about Star Wars, it's very easy to be like, ugh. Let's go back to a kernel of what made it what it was.
Right. What started it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we watched. And I'll be honest, I was ready to watch Solo. I was ready to whatever, but it's like I want to watch like a good movie, And I want to watch this movie with like now I'm watching it as like I'm talking about it for a podcast. What am I going to say about this movie? Eyes. Yeah. And first time I saw this movie I was fucking 10, So it's I've seen this movie I would say at least 50 times, like a lot of fucking times.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I ever told, maybe I did tell you, but I used to have a thing when I was a kid. I didn't have my own room at the time. And so like when we filmed version 1 in my dad's garage, there was a workbench that was like, he always had shirts hanging from it, kind of where the washer and dryer were. But I put a little TV back in that corner, and then I had a little like chair I could sit in. So I had a little like cubby behind the shirts, and I watched Star Wars back there all the time.
Oh, wow.
That was my little Star Wars cave, and I watched so much Star Wars when I was a kid. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying earlier is, this is all stuff you have to remember. It's so, like I said, so easy to be jaded, but there was a point where all of this did not exist. Everything you're seeing here that you've seen a million times now, there was a point it did not exist. I was saying before that not only did you create this world and do all this stuff with it, but the audacity to, when the original Star Wars came out, and when it first came out, it just said at the beginning, Star Wars. And here's the crawl. And then after it became popular, add episode 4 to it. And then you get this movie and it's episode 5. And your head's already spinning because it's like there's like 3 episodes we haven't even seen.
What are those about?
And it's just that you put that much world building into it it's so enticing hearing about, this is a presence I've not felt since. Like what is he referring to? When did you last feel it? Like what? I don't know anything about that. I said it before. It's like what made Dragon Ball Z so appealing when it first aired on Cartoon Network. Hey, you think you'll have to talk to Piccolo? Well, he's my enemy. I'm not sure. There's a whole world there.
Yeah.
I would even argue Back to the Future has that, is good at that, where you don't explore Doc Brown or Marty's relationship. It's just, another experiment. Well, what is it this time?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it. It's almost like there's a whole movie you didn't see.
There
beforehand.
really is.
I really love. There's value in more stuff needs to drop us in the middle of things rather than here's the origin story. Here, I was a kid and then I saw someone use a lightsaber, so then I became a Jedi. Like, no, just drop us in the middle of something going on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You know what I mean? It really lures you. That's the weenie on a string leading you in. It's just anyway.
Well,
so just the creativity of it, shotgun blasted into every corner of this, is what appealed to me so much.
Yeah.
At a formative age.
Yeah, and I really do think that like Star Wars is a special point in like a young person's life if they watch. I mean, I don't know, like we've known people who haven't seen it until they're adults and they like it, you know.
Yeah.
But I really feel like if this hits you, like same when you saw Terminator 2 as a kid, like that affected you.
Yeah, I saw it when I was 28. And it still affected me, but that's another story.
Okay, well, I saw it when I was 30-something. It didn't affect me so much. But the point is like I do feel like there are things you see as a kid, and this is on the list of like, this can become your whole identity when you're a kid because it is so, as again, that's a big fucking world that you're sucked into, and you have so many questions about, and it looks cool, and there's swords and
and I said before there were always interviews where George Lucas would say, "Oh, well, he would kind of dismiss some of the complaints from older people, like, well, it's for 12-year-olds, it's for 12-year-olds," and I always kind of resented that, like that's kind of an insult thrown back, like,
sure.
Oh, well, yeah, it's for 12-year-olds.
You didn't like it? We were not 12.
But then when he expanded on it, he did some like TCM thing or something, and he expanded on it, and he said, it's made for when you're 12. But more specifically, when you start to form your beliefs about the world and what's right and where to go, and I can't just think about being with mom and dad. There's bigger things. You know, your first adventure out into the world, when you start to think about those things. And then that made sense. It was like, that's what you're saying when you say they're for 12-year-old. It's not just, guys, it's a kid's movie. Shut up. Right. It's about that formative time. And that's exactly when I saw it, and I feel like that was the right. I was like 13, 14.
Okay, yeah.
And that was just the right time where, again, you start to form beliefs, about your culture, where you come from, where you're going, and seeing it right then was immensely had an effect on me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, when you first saw the three, I imagine you watched, 3 back to back to back. Not, pretty close within each other.
Yeah.
For me, it was like one a day for 3 days. But
did
you have a favorite then? Was it just the whole thing in general?
I knew the least about Return of the Jedi. I saw pieces of these when they were on TV as a kid, and so I saw like the speeder, them speeding through the forest. I saw shards of Return of the Jedi. And oddly enough, when I was a kid, I think my parents bought me I had little Return of the Jedi action figures. Some of the creatures, like a couple of Ewoks and the squiddy looking guy, and like Jabba's palace type shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had a few of those just around that someone got me, but I didn't know anything about them or anything. But anyway, I didn't know much, and I loved the original. When I saw them, I thought as a kid, it always seemed kind of off-putting to me because it seemed such like, I watched sci-fi that my parents showed me, like Planet of the Apes and other shit. I'm trying to remember.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Of course. Things like that. But this seemed so serious, like Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever. Then I watched that original Star Wars and was like, oh, what a fun adventure. It's so funny because even today I hear people say that because Disney Star Wars is so bogged down in the fucking lore and continuity, and this connects to this Clone Wars guy, this, which I actually think it was kind of never meant to be like that, if I'm being honest. And then people who watch the original Star Wars for the first time, or maybe haven't watched it in decades, are always posting about, that was a much lighter romp than I thought it was. It's like, yes, this is what it. So I was surprised by that even as a kid. It was such a fun and funny movie.
Yeah.
And then Empire, I always heard was awesome, and it blew me away. I mean, I knew about I knew about.
Oh, you
the
knew
twist.
about that?
Oh, I knew my whole life.
Oh, I
that.
did not know.
That was a famous quote. Luke, I'm your father. I knew that my whole life.
I did not know that, and man, that was the first time I've experienced a thing in a movie where it's like, what?
Yeah,
like the first like real like twist in a movie that like blew me away.
Yeah, see, for me, it was Planet of the Apes.
Oh, sure.
That was mine. Sure. It hitting the ending and the Statue of Liberty. That I was like, and you know, the credits are silent on that one. And I was just staring at my mom and dad like, it can't be true. Like what? Like that was like upset my whole night. This can't.
You know,
that's funny so upsetting.
That I did know. That one I knew.
Well, now they put it on the DVD cover, so it's like, all right, yeah. But no, Luke, I'm your father. I had heard, didn't make it any less impactful. It ended, and I was like, that was as good. That was every bit as good as everyone said.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into Return of the Jedi. I'm like, kind of all I know from this is Ewoks. And that blew my fucking doors off because everything that I had seen was those Ewok parts.
Okay.
Everything I hadn't seen was him and Vader, Luke and Vader and the Emperor.
Jabba?
And that, I had seen parts of that.
Okay.
But that opening really blew me away. But the shit with Luke and Vader and the Emperor is, I think, the cream of the crop in that movie. And that was the shit I hadn't seen. So I was just, and I was like, they're not going to turn Darth Vader. Obviously, all I've ever heard is he's the worst villain ever. So they're not going, oh, he saved him. Oh my God. So all of that was like, and I didn't know they unmasked him ever.
Yeah, me neither.
So that was actually the most affecting of the three to me because I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But I was always also such a sucker for, you know, an emotional like ending, you know. So that was my favorite of the three, but really, it's neck and neck with this one and the you know.
Yeah, you know,
Return of the Jedi,
I've always now as a kid, this one scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
that
this one's got some crazy shit in
of
it,
Darth Vader in Cloud City at the table.
Oh yeah,
that shit fucked me up.
When he's just trying to have dinner with them and he just starts shooting.
it was like. What a betrayal, but also like I remember being like, like so like I remember hiding in my dad when that happened. Yeah. And then you know, when he's going through like Luke's going through like the tree in Dagobah and is kind of like having that whatever that is, that force vision or whatever. That's scary. It's pretty fucking scary.
Creepy shit. When Luke, what you got pictured behind us, what I thought you were gonna say. When Luke shows up in this, I mean, it's again, we're all. Really, what I want to do with this movie club is just peel back the jaded layer that we have now.
Of course.
And just think about seeing this shit for the first time. And he goes into that area and it's lit like a fucking horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
And again, the Force is with you, young Skywalker. And looking up at that platform, and that guy's just like a fucking phantom, just standing there.
Oh.
But you are not a Jedi yet. Like that it's like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Fuck. Some of the best cinematography of all of them is in this movie, and I would argue Return of the Jedi has some great stylistic, visually choices in it, but it starts here. I mean, A New Hope had great shit in it too, but I think really the like cinematography in this one is like they fucking cooked.
Yeah,
especially in this last battle. This is like
agree.
It's a horror movie, and anyway, they did that so well. And again, imagine never seeing this stuff before. And I would argue, I'll take a step back, not to go the opposite of visual. The score for this movie, score was great in the first one.
Yep.
I think people forget again that there was a time this score didn't exist.
That is crazy. I know.
And I would say, I kind of don't know if you can argue that there's a better score. Like, there was a time no one had ever heard
the Imperial March.
Between that and, I mean, go down the list. Things that, okay, you had the original Star Wars theme, you had Princess Leia's theme. Those were in the first one. But there's about 20 that weren't in anything until this one. The Imperial March, The fucking asteroid field. Dun, 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 dun. Bestman. Dun, 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 dun. Sean, there's 20 more we could go on about that didn't exist until here. There might be other movie scores that I might rank higher because it's my favorite or this or that. But I wonder if this is kind of like maybe objectively the best.
Maybe.
I just don't know how you top that.
I feel like whatever you say is going to be a John Williams joint.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, at that point you're just splitting hairs. Like, like which John Williams aesthetic like the best?
Yeah.
But I think you could be right.
Any of the scores, any of the themes in this movie could carry its own movie by that being the theme.
Yeah.
But they're all just stacked in this movie. Even Return of the Jedi doesn't really introduce that many new themes. I think you get like the Ewok theme.
Sure.
But 70 of them originate in this one. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty, they extremely cooked.
And you know what's funny is I remember my parents were steadfast in all sequels are bad except Star Wars. I mean, they're very like, there's no such thing as a good sequel. And like, they were like, they convinced like, hey, don't even watch Back to the Future 2 and 3. Don't watch those.
Wow.
So I didn't watch them until for a long time.
Yeah.
And I will say, I still don't really love a big chunk of 2. The last half I love, and I love 3. But like, but this was like, what a fucking sequel. Yeah. Like, I mean, this is my thought is like, okay, George Lucas, he made Star Wars A New Hope. That's crazy on its own. And it changed everything, right? It was like a phenomenon. Then they do the sequel, and to pull this out, like, fuck, dude, you had all the pressure on the world, and you fucking delivered. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because here's the thing. Your favorite could be any of these 3. There are still a lot of people who hate the Return of the Jedi, and I've never been on that camp. No. I've never been on that camp. I love it. I don't think it's objectively the best, but it's my favorite. Okay, whatever. But great case for A New Hope being the best. Great case for this being the best. I like this one more, but you could make a great case for any of them. But you have to agree, no matter what you think, there's many people who think this tops the first one. That does exist.
Oh, a lot.
So I'm trying to think, what other sequels can you say that about?
Well, like, I mean, okay, I feel personally that Lord of the Rings shouldn't even count because it was written as one book.
Yeah.
And so that's a third act of a book.
Yeah.
So
and I feel, yeah.
So to me, it's like, yeah, maybe you like Return of the King better than Fellowship of the Ring, but that's the same story.
Yeah, it's kind of just, that's the conclusion. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I've always felt kind of weird ranking the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm always like, I'm watching all 3 right now.
It's one story. Yeah. It's one story.
You know, I think Godfather 2 actually sits in the same place as this, where there's constant argument over.
Yeah, I can.
Well, it doesn't top the first one. Oh no, and then there's other people who are like, no, it definitely does. I'm in the it does category, but I think you could make a great case for the one being the best. Other ones that are like you have a definite case. I can't think of that.
Not only that though, but again, with all the pressure that this had on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this easily could have sucked.
Yeah. What's amazing about it too is I think people forget that this was one of the world's biggest indie movies.
It's crazy.
Because he got Fox to fund the first one. And the budget crept up. It was only supposed to be like a couple million, and then it reached like 11 million, or something like that. And they're like, "This guy's not proven." He got American Graffiti was good, but what are we doing? And it was such a hassle for George. Then he took all the money he made from that first one, and said, "I'm gonna get a bank loan. I'm gonna put up half, get a bank loan for half, and this will be a $30 million movie." That now is like kind of the bare minimum, like
for a major movie.
But that's in 2026.
Yeah,
30 million in 1980, or like they filmed it in 79. that's a big chunk. That's a decent chunk. And the fact that it was self-funded. So he's like, yeah, so they can't tell me at all what to do. You can distribute it, but I'm funding the movie.
That's
you don't
crazy.
get any say in it. So he did that. People, I think there's still a lot of people that don't realize he did that from that point on.
Mm-hmm.
That
really?
Star Wars were independently funded movies.
Even the prequels?
As far as I know, he paid for that.
What? Oh, wow.
And just had Fox distribute. I think it was just the original Star Wars where, Fox actually owns a stake in the movie.
Wow.
Which was an issue with, I think, when Disney bought Lucasfilm, they was still kind of like, ooh, can we release? Fox owns that first one. Can we release the whatever? Well, they bought Fox, so it didn't matter.
Oh, yeah. That solved that problem.
Yeah, solved that problem real quick. But anyway, they were all independently funded. In fact, I'm just going to say, yes, the prequels were. I think they all were, but that first one.
Wow.
And so that he answered to no one, which makes sense when you see the prequels. You go,
sure does.
yeah, no one gave you notes on this.
Yep.
Got it.
Why didn't he direct it?
Empire?
Yeah.
So George has always, I think he broke his brain directing the first one.
Okay.
And then there's interviews where he talks about, he said, when you want to get into it, the job of the director is just to get the image onto the camera.
Mm-hmm.
The ideas can come from anywhere, but it's the director's job to be there. Yeah, you got the shot. Yeah, you got the shot. You got the shot. And so I think George kind of liked, I always thought this was kind of cool. He wouldn't take the director role, but he would be on the fucking set.
Mm-hmm.
He still called the shots.
Yeah.
He was still there going, no. It's got to be like da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
It just wasn't his job to like get the camera just right. He had someone doing the grunt work, but he was there as the idea guy, just like, yeah. No, you should show, the Ewok in a lot of pain, and you should show whatever. He was there pulling all the strings. However, the one that he was there the least was this one, because he had so many. He wanted to get his production studio, all his ducks in a row. And it was getting so big that he was kind of just having to like do a bunch of stuff and check in. So he wrote this with was Lawrence
Kasdan? And Lee Brackett?
Yeah. He had help putting it all together. But Irvin Kershner, I think he did some kind of school shit with him or something, or he was a teacher or something where he went and had a lot of trust in him. Like, oh, this guy taught me everything like I know this guy's a pro, old pro, and he can do all this, and I trust him getting the image, and I'll just have to like burn the midnight oil and kind of bounce around.
Right.
So he was kind of being pulled in a million directions during this one. Now, I've heard Return of the Jedi, he was like, he wasn't director, but he was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think once the prequels hit, he's like, I have such a specific, it took a real, as whatever you think about the prequels, you do have to consider this. It was probably 4D chess directing those movies with picture what's going to be here, because it's not here now.
Right.
Picture what's not, Return of the Jedi, it's like you're in a bunch of trees.
Yeah, it's all there,
easy to figure that out. I think the prequels were too much 4D chess to organize. So he was like, all right, I'm director. I'm going to do it, and famously you can read about Spielberg at one point was telling him, George, with these prequels, you got too much going on. Let me direct one.
Yeah.
And I know your vision. You just tell me and I'll do it. Or just let someone do that so that you can focus on the story and all that stuff. And George was like, I got it.
Can you imagine if Spielberg did a Phantom Menace or something, or Attack of the Clones?
If one of them, Revenge of the Sith, and with special guest director Steven Spielberg. Fuck!
That would be cool.
I actually wish if it could have been any of them, legitimately. I do think for being the finale, it was the finale back then, but being the final Lucas movie, George Lucas, I think should have, him being on Revenge of the Sith, hey, he's going to close out his own thing. That makes sense to me. But if Spielberg had done like Attack of the Clones, it probably would have been more engaging.
It probably wouldn't have sucked.
It would have had more of a. That was the one that you really, out of all of them, needed to have the most emotion because it's about a Jedi like breaking all the rules because he falls in love with someone. George Lucas could not pull that off. I'm sorry.
No.
Spielberg, you would have had. Picture this, Sean. You would have had. Imagine the fucking face close-ups you would have had in that movie. The classic Spielberg. When he's realizing he's falling in love with her. You know what I mean? It would have been less dialogue about the government. Well, don't you think that the government should be run by... No, it would have just been like fucking push-ins.
Push-ins,
like she's fucking
pull-outs.
Dude. Yeah, well, he didn't pull out during that trip with Padme.
No, sir.
I'll tell you that.
No, sir, he did not.
Anyway.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I'm going off on
No. You know, we could go into the plot of this movie. We're not going to because I feel like you've all seen it. We've all talked about it.
Yeah.
But there are certain parts about this movie that like the world building and the fact that it was like starts in like the opposite of what you expect is you're on Hoth, which is like, what the fuck? Like we're not in space. We're not in the desert.
Yeah.
Now it's this fucking snow planet. Like like there's tauntauns.
It introduces this great new idea, which is all of the planets in Star Wars can be these disparate biomes, which is immediately when I saw it as a younger man, that was exciting. Immediately it was like, oh, there's an ice planet.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you see Return of the Jedi. Oh, a tree planet.
Yeah, there's a forest planet. Hell yeah.
That was so fun.
Yeah, agree.
And truthfully. Again, you get older, you get more jaded to this stuff. I think it is pretty exciting if you're young watching all of these, including the prequels, that you do get the fire planet. Like that, the fact that the finale
is that
it's kind of dope that you finally get in this whole saga. Is there ever going to be a fire planet? Oh, it all concludes
because
there.
There is the I'm trying to think about it. You're right. Even like Dagobah was at the swamp planet.
Yeah.
Like they do every. The whole planet's a fucking swamp.
Love that.
Bespin is the cloud planet.
Oh, these are just basic elemental things, but they make it so much fun.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I would argue. Now I'm gonna. I think it would be interesting to say, what do you think is the best part? And what's something that we could compliment at the highest level, and what's something we could criticize? There's got to be something in this. We've glazed it enough.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Best part about the movie?
What do you think is the highlight of a movie that's the whole thing is glazed so much?
Right.
What do you think is the highlight?
I would say from here, like him in the shadows, the thing coming out, the lightsaber coming out, the whole fight, the reveal of him being the dad, and then Luke just deciding to jump off the thing. Like that to me is like an incredible sequence where it's like so much was at stake and just happened, and it looked incredible, and the music, and now the twist of him being his dad, like what the and now he jumped off, like it just keeps building, and to me that's the best.
That last stretch of the movie is perfect. I think I'll take it a step further. All of that. Plus, underrated part that I think people don't talk about is that all of that happens. Luke gets shit out of Bespin. He's hanging by a thread.
Yeah.
There's all of that is very exciting and very good. But then there's a little more of a stretch after that captures a feeling that I don't think it was ever in Star Wars again before or since, which is he's hanging, and then it cuts to Leia.
Yeah.
Luke. Turn around. Like, she feels that. Okay. And then they get Luke in the ship, and then Vader like calls out to him, Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And it just cuts to him, Father. Like, it's almost like a virus that he has. Like, Father. Yeah. Like, this horrible thing has, and then he's like, right? Like, the worst thing that could ever happen to a human is happening to him. I don't know. I feel like that vibe is like it was never in Star Wars again. I love Return of the Jedi, but even that is not present in that. Where he's just, Father? Like, there's just this sick thing in him now that he can't unknow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That part, it's just that whole stretch until, I would say, through till the end. Because all of them together, they lost Han, and they're all together on the deck while that music swells and it pans out, or, you know, it zooms out on them or whatever. I think, yeah, from the point you're talking about till the fucking credits, I think hard to do better. I will say, though, watching them all, I think it's funny because if you're looking in the bubble of Empire Strikes Back, that's the immediate standout, I think. But when you watch them all, you know what I think is maybe the best scene in all of Star Wars? It's not that one.
Okay.
This is, again, my opinion.
Sure.
That's my gut go-to, what you're saying. But when you look at the whole series, I genuinely think maybe the best scene in all of Star Wars is his X-Wing stuck in that fucking swamp.
And then Yoda gets it out.
And Yoda getting it out. You ask the impossible. And again, you never saw this stuff. Picture you'd never seen this before. And that little stupid fucking puppet closes his eyes and puts his hand out. You never even saw the Force do anything like that before. Mm-hmm. And he lifts that entire ship out of the thing. And that John Williams music. Da-da, 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 da-da. I don't believe it. That is why you fail. Fuck. That's like that scene to me is the heart of Star Wars.
Sure.
Of the belief system behind all of it.
Yeah.
Is you're thinking about this all wrong and you're focused on what you can't do. I promise you can. That to me is the mission statement
of all
of I think the whole thing.
I can see that. You know, I feel like too we kind of glossed over Yoda.
And yeah.
Yoda, what a choice to make Yoda this little green Jim Henson puppet.
Yes.
Like that to me is like that was a risk. And I can see people being like, wait, what are you doing? Like the master is a fucking puppet. Like, no, you know, I can see a lot of people trying to talk him out of that one.
Yeah.
But now
they probably were like, what the fuck is he doing?
But I don't, obviously don't know how the reception was to Yoda originally.
I remember as a kid, my grandma clipped pictures of him out of the National Enquirer because there was some article about it being weird. Uh-huh. And she kept it in her desk and she would, as a joke every now and then, pull it out. Like spook me with it because she thought it was the ugliest little thing. And I was like, what the hell is that? And so I didn't know what role he had.
Yeah.
Actually, I should say this. Again, I knew a lot about Empire going in.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really know much about Yoda. And so that whole arc in the movie was one of the most affecting to me because it was like, oh, I didn't know he was like
the guy
gonna play this. I knew he was important, but I didn't know it would play out the way that I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The way that it did. So,
yeah,
anyway.
You know, the fact that Yoda is, I think that's a great choice in hindsight. I don't know what I would, if I was an adult now and I went to go see Empire because it just came out in theaters today, what would I feel about Yoda? I don't know. Maybe like, what the fuck? I could have been mad. Yeah. But, you know, everyone loves Yoda at this point. Yeah. Like, I feel like Yoda is, I mean, so much so that fucking Grogu's a thing, the idea of Yoda is like, I mean, for a long time, Yoda was my daughter Lennon's identity. She fucking was obsessed with Yoda. Yeah. And everything she had to have a Yoda sticker on it or a Yoda t-shirt or a Yoda headband. I mean, and thank God we live in a time where that was easy to get. Because when I was a kid, I wanted a Darth Vader anything. Yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
And finally, one day, I found a fucking piggy bank. And that was like the best. It was just a Darth Vader thing with a coin slot in the back. And I loved it. It was like a little figure. Yeah. And I didn't have anything Darth Vader. And I loved it so much that like it was, but now that shit's everywhere. So easy for her.
Yeah. But, anyway, but if we're being honest here, talking about the whole thing, snapshot of the whole saga, that's actually the thing that bothers me the most about the prequels There's a lot of things people have complaints about.
Yeah.
For me, it's Yoda.
Yeah.
The fact that Yoda has so much personality in this movie,
yeah.
and he's just the wise old sage in the prequels, and it's so not interesting.
Yeah.
In this movie, he's got texture. It's you know, he can be funny and then on a dime turn around and like, oh no, like let me tell you about this.
Yeah.
There's such texture there. There's a real performance there.
You're right.
This boring CGI, he's just wise about everything, and that's it.
And that's
so boring.
I remember seeing the prequels being like, you know, Yoda was a puppet originally, now he's CG. But like the amount of time in between these movies is what, about 30 years or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That fucker changed a lot in 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, he could have been the same.
Yeah.
They lived for so long. We've seen Grogu be a baby for the last 25 years. Like, why wasn't Yoda exactly the same?
That is a big mark against the prequels for me, that he's just so serious and knows all, and that's just it.
His species doesn't age. That's the point. So he could have been the same fucking age.
Yeah. That always rang a little bit whack to me. And you know, everybody's got, you know, everyone was super cagey about us talking about The Last Jedi. But I actually think a plus in that movie is that you do see Yoda again, and they made it a stupid puppet.
Mm-hmm.
That was to me a very good mark, or you know, scored a big point with me with that movie.
Right.
Is that they show him, and he's kind of funny.
Yeah.
In it, he's that is something that they nailed. They could have very easily just made him CG and been done with it, and made him like we saw for the last 3 movies he was in. And I appreciate that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Hey, what's one thing in this movie you don't like?
Okay, so yeah, what's a flaw? What's a...
It's tough because it's something that, again, I've watched so many times and now, but I will say, if I had to choose a scene where it's like, I guess you didn't need that, I guess the fucking asteroid with, you know.
I like all that.
I mean, I do too, but like, what else are you going to cut? Like, I'm not cutting Hoth. You know what I hated as a kid was the Tauntaun dying and then cutting the stomach open. That was so upsetting.
They smelled bad.
That was so
on the outside.
Upsetting that this fucking thing died. Oh, heartbroken.
You know what was a you know, everybody has their complaints about the special editions that they did, and I think a lot of it's valid. I think the shit they did to New Hope was like, didn't ruin the movie, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
The shit they did to Return of the Jedi, I actually think did ruin them. Him yelling no and shit when he picked up, that was actually like, I'm not going to buy this. I'm done here. That was that for me. Empire didn't really, didn't do too much, but people argue about the one of the only big changes they did was when the Wampa attacks Luke at the beginning. And it goes back to him in the cave where he's hanging upside down in the cave. In the original cut, you didn't even see the monster. They would show like his arms as he's he's walking through the cave, and then a brief shot of him. He kind of covers his face. It's because the monster costume looked like shit apparently. So you just see like one shot, POV shot, you know, whatever, and that's it. In the special edition, you actually get a wide shot of him like eating an animal, and then he notices Luke. And I've seen people argue that like, less is more. You didn't need that. I will say personally, when I saw this for the first time, even as a kid, I thought they're not showing the monster because he looks bad or something. Like it never came off to me like, ooh, mysterious. It was like, oh, they're concealing a shitty monster. I actually thought them showing it in the special edition added to the threat. You see this big ass thing gnawing on the Tauntaun's leg, and then, what's he doing? Like he starts to get up. I thought that added to the threat personally, so I like that. This is supposed to be what's our diss on the movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
I gave another compliment. But in the original one, I think it was kind of hacky the way they staged the monster.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, I really can't think of a part because, you know, like the Cloud City with Lando fucking rules.
Yeah.
And like you hate him so much at first, and then you like, feel bad for him. You like him.
Yeah.
The scene with Vader. I mean, Han Solo being put in the carbonite.
Legendary.
I love you. I know. Like all that shit is like.
I don't know if I have any.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm trying to think. You know, that's the thing too. It's like I always have stood fast of like A New Hope was my favorite, just because it is a complete story and it started this world and it starts you on this crazy adventure, and I love it for that. But I do feel like this probably is the better movie. Probably.
Yeah.
You know, I could look back to A New Hope like, oh yeah, I could cut that part out. This part maybe. But like I don't know with this
There's still some whack shit in the first one. That doesn't take away from it being awesome.
No.
But there is some. I can't think of it. I kind of think this is airtight.
Yeah,
and again, I say Return of the Jedi is my favorite. Right now, I could list 10 scenes that are fucking stupid. You know? They're stuck. Johnny always brings this up. They're stuck at a door for like half the movie.
They are, yeah.
Han Solo and Leia. Anyway, sorry.
You're right. So like, it's tough because, I mean, maybe I should watch A New Hope again now that I've watched this one recently, and maybe I'll change my mind on what's my favorite. But it was always neck and neck with the New Hope and Empire. But like, you know, I said before about me watching at my dad's in that little cubby I made. I would never watch Empire at nighttime in that cubby because I was too scared. Like, I'm like, this movie's too scary with Darth Vader being there. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
The other ones, for whatever reason, this one really scared the shit. I think Han Solo being stuck in the carbonite was really scary to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, dude, this one. Maybe this one's the best. I don't know.
I think it's pretty airtight. The only things that I can even think of to criticize are the first time we see the Emperor.
Yeah.
It's very like what it does. Oh, here's the only thing I can think of as a criticism. The Emperor is not the same guy. In the original versions of this, the Emperor is someone. It's actually played by an old woman that they dubbed with this voice, and then you finally see the Emperor in the next one, and I believe he's something like this.
Yeah,
and I love favorite character maybe in all of it.
Oh wow,
I fucking love the Emperor. I don't know why that guy could. I said it before. Could read the phone book. People were like, "You're too nice to Rise of Skywalker." Yeah, it had that guy in it. I can't judge fairly. I love that guy.
Yeah.
When Palpatine shows up, I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. Still, why I'll rewatch the prequels, even if I don't feel like it. I'm like, oh, is this on TV? Oh, the fucking Palpatine scene? Yeah, play this. I don't know why I love that guy. But anyway, but that doesn't kind of match the Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And then, truthfully, Princess Leia kisses Luke pretty deeply in one part, and that doesn't match the third one either. But are these problems with the third one then, or this one? You know what I'm saying?
It is hinted at in this one when he's able to like talk to her through the Force, and she can pick up on it. You know, like that they may have already known.
They always talk about that where like, oh, he didn't know they were going to be siblings until because he wanted something that would match or top the Luke, I'm your father thing. So that's why they didn't know that until Return of the Jedi. But then why else would that, you know, like, is it just coincidence? They were going to have, was it just going to be Luke reaching out with the Force to anyone?
Yeah.
And it happened to be Leia? Or did he already build the brother sister thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I will say I never thought the reveal of them being siblings was cool at all.
I thought it was cool, but not like this cool. I thought it was when I saw it, I was like, oh,
yeah, exactly. Oh,
I was like happy. I was like, oh, that's cool. But it wasn't like, whoa, yeah. I wasn't like, oh, come on,
no.
You know. Even though it is kind of like you'll never. That's why the identity of your sister will remain safely anonymous. Is it the other female character in this movie? Yeah. Is it the one female character in this movie? Right. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't think
I mean, that conversation goes so fast. She'll say, safely anonymous. Leia, your insights serve you well. It's like, yeah, that's the only woman I've met.
Ever. Literally ever.
Yeah. So it's her? Good. Okay. She's the same age as me. Got it.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, so the kiss is weird.
That's all I could think of.
But again, like, well, they didn't know.
Yeah, that's all I can't really think though of anything else.
You know, I will say, watching it in hindsight, like watching it now, knowing it is kind of like, I don't know, guys.
Hey, you know what I say when I see it? Wincest.
Oh, twin.
That's a win.
It's twincest because they are twins.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
dude.
Rocco, I got you, man. I got you. Yeah.
Anyway, that's sick, and I'm just joking.
I'm not. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Another thing you could say is a criticism. This is fucked. This isn't even like nice for me to say this. But something unfortunate was Mark Hamill got into a bad accident.
Motorcycle accident, right?
And I didn't realize as a kid that it didn't even occur to me. I must have seen the movie 20 times, and then it was like, oh, they wrote that into the movie.
Yeah, with the thing.
Wampa attack.
Wampa, yeah.
That's to explain why he looks different. But as a kid, I just accepted. I don't know, people look different.
To me,
it didn't matter to me.
He looked way more different in the third one than he does in this one, and I don't know why that was to me.
I think it's the combination. This one, he kind of still is dressed like he used to a little bit. Not totally, but a little bit. He's got the shaggy hair still, and he's kind of whatever. He just looks older, and the movie's shot different, so it kind of matches. I don't know. It's a different look, and he has a different look. But when you get to the third one, he's real clean cut, and I think that makes it stand out more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's acting all Mr. Serious, and he's not. I think there's less. There's kind of less hiding it. It's just. I don't know.
Maybe
it makes it stand out more.
Yeah, maybe him like wearing the black or something.
It's everything, but he looks crazed in the third one.
Yeah,
in Return of the Jedi, but that's one of the things that made me like the movie. When Luke shows up in that one, who the fuck is this guy? And he shows up and he force chokes those guards. It's like, is he bad? Like, there's, I just like that he was hardcore in the third one, and I do think. There's a lot of ridiculous, again, I'll bring up The Last Jedi again. People don't want it, but there were a lot of ridiculous complaints about it. But the one that I do sympathize with is that you get a taste of that Luke in Return of the Jedi. And you do kind of, as a longtime fan, you are kind of waiting to like, when are we going to see more of that? Like, he finally became the hero that we were waiting to see, You do kind of dangle that carrot too long sometimes, and then you get the old man Luke storyline. It's like, I didn't even get to see him be cool.
I know.
Which is why I was accepting when Homeboy showed up in The Mandalorian. I was accepting of that because I was like, oh, well, now you get a little taste of that. Cool. I like that you get a little taste of that, and you see the hubris that led to him fucking up and being a hermit in The Last Jedi. I like that you got both flavors, so I was happy with that. But I see both sides of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah. So anyway, I can't think of anything else. That
I guess there are parts that maybe run long. I guess
I don't know.
But
I don't even know if I feel that way.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're not even talking. All these things that you saw for the first time in this movie.
Yeah.
We haven't even brought up. Oh yeah, there's these guys. We want to hunt down. We want to track them. Yeah. Just hire some bounty hunters. Okay, get 5 of the most iconic designs that you can. Okay, here's 5 guys you'll see in things for the rest of your life. Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy who has 2 lines. Yeah. How do you want him to look? I would say give him one of the most iconic character designs of all time. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're set.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
The amount of just shit that came out of one saying
funny?
Nothing character.
When Darth Vader was to me what Boba Fett was to Luke, my brother, as a kid. He loved Boba Fett. Yeah. Loved him.
Yeah.
And I always liked him, but I was like, well, no, I'm a Vader guy. I'm a Vader guy.
I thought Boba Fett was so sick, but Darth Vader was my favorite character in fiction.
Yeah.
I mean that was like you'll never find a character cooler than this.
Agree. And I don't still know if you can find one that looks cooler. I think he probably looks the coolest.
They did change recently Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland.
Right.
And I gotta say, I've seen a lot of people that are like, sure, okay, now it's real Star Wars. Oh, finally, it's actually Star Wars themed. Before that was fake, that was bullshit. But now it's real. And I see that. I see adults saying that, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. A lot of people's kids really liked Rey.
Yeah, no, for sure.
To me, it's like you don't get the final say.
Is Rey gone now?
Opinion. No, those characters like from that era are on the other side. Rise of the Resistance.
Oh.
There's kind of two sides.
There are two sides. I see.
That forest area is still where you see Rey and stuff like that.
Okay.
So not gone, which is I think good
because they're in that ride.
Kids want to meet.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, but kids grew up with that. There are kids that grew up with that, and they like to see those characters. So I'm like, oh, don't be like that. It's cool. Okay, I think it's cool. There's original characters there, but like, chill out, whatever. But I have to say, and I like Kylo Ren. I'm a fan.
Me too. Hey, I agree. But I think the design of them looks really cool.
Yeah, but I gotta say, man, now when they do that little show in the corner, the stormtroopers are standing there and wait for our master to show up. Whatever they say, and then the steam starts rolling out of the ship, and I'm sorry. You start hearing dun 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 dun, and he walks down the bridge. Prepare to be boarded. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
I don't know how you're competing.
Well,
with
that's
that.
the thing.
Sorry,
is like
that it did need that.
As I was telling Rocco, I'm like, hey man, I appreciate the thought of this is gonna be all in universe and it's a whole story, or whatever.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kids want to see Darth Vader. I don't know what to tell you.
Where can my kids see Darth Vader? Oh, that's not in this timeline. That's not. Yeah, you thought too hard about this.
You've already lost me.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah,
and
that's what it's
again, love in universe things, trying to keep it all.
Too.
I love that.
100%.
They don't call it money in that land. They call it credits. It's whatever.
I love that shit.
Yep. But you know what? The second you don't have Darth Vader in it, you fucked up.
They should have, from the very beginning, been like, oh, this is a planet, Batu. This is a planet where time flows differently. And then anyone could show up.
Yep.
Oh, there's strange patterns in time. Oh, there's Darth Vader. Oh, there's Boba Fett. There's fucking
Jar Jar.
Queen Amidala walking around.
Doesn't matter.
It should not matter. They flow in and out like Force ghosts.
Yeah.
Great. That's what it should have been from the beginning.
Yep.
Not just, it's only going to be Rey. Sorry. I think Rey should be there. But
I agree.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
also, where's Princess Leia and Han Solo?
Yeah, exactly. It is funny though, but I've seen that now, and it is trippy because you never thought it would. They always said, no, it'll never happen. And I'm just like chilling out there. I was waiting for somebody, and I went to Star Wars night with some friends, and I'm standing there. And it is funny that now you look out of the Millennium Falcon, and the guy dressed as Han is coming down there, bing, 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 and does like the patented shrug because it's not working.
Yeah.
Goes back in. It was like, ooh, yeah, it was kind of missing that energy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For
like
sure.
coming out and trying to get it to work, and he does the shrug.
The Millennium Falcon's
goes back
there.
in. And Chewie, he's banging on the thing, and Chewie's going, oh, I said it's not working. That's why I'm out here. And he goes in. It's like,
hello.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Sometimes it's hard being as smart as us.
I say that every day.
It's so hard,
Thank you.
To be have these cool ideas but have no power.
Yes.
I need more power.
Yes.
Because I would rule with power. You guys, someone give me some power because I can make things
Someone
better.
give me some power.
And I don't care where it is. You want to make me a CEO of College Junior? I'll make that shit rock.
Yeah. Someone give me some power. I think that's my favorite quote of this episode. Someone
give me some power.
As the great dictator once said, someone give me some power.
Not too much power.
Not too much.
Just enough to make things cool.
So you're saying, oh wait, what? Fuck, I can't remember the quote from Attack of the Clones. So you're saying it should be a dictatorship if it fits, or what? What does he say? I remember Anakin and Padme are talking in the grass.
Oh,
and she's like, "What you're suggesting is a dictatorship, but you're saying, that if it works." And then they both kind of laugh. Oh, you're making fun of me. And it's like, this guy's going to be Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's not joking.
And it's like that meme. To do this, right? Do this, right?
Right.
Did you ever see the one that was like, you're not going to use AI, right? Oh, no, wait. She's you're going to use AI only for good things, right? only for good things, right? And then on the last one, the image is zoomed out using AI, and they gave her boobs like this big.
Oh my God, Rocco, what sites are you going to?
That's on Twitter.
Oh, I don't go on there because I've heard bad things. Thank you.
No, I think the guy who runs it's got it going on. I think he's got some good ideas.
If I was Elon Musk, that guy has so much money.
About to be removed for Patreon.
How cool. I would be so cool if I had his money. You all would be so fucking stoked.
Yeah, I would do dope shit.
I would do dope shit.
Instead of coping on Twitter and doing Nazi signs.
I wouldn't be doing Nazi salutes. I'd be, what do I have? How many billions of dollars do I have? Not anymore. But hey, you want $1 million? Yours.
My favorite is when he posts about Star Wars and he goes, people watch the Rebel Alliance, but then they side with the Empire. You're the richest man on Earth.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, you're not he's not. Oh, I'm not the Empire. Hey, are you the richest guy on Earth? Well, yeah.
If you were like, hey, you know world hunger? That's over. Hello? You could do that. Are you fucking for real?
Episode got political. Throw it in the garbage.
It's free food. Okay. All right. I guess I'll
even don't end world hunger. End some hunger.
Some hunger.
Yeah, I just sent pizza to everyone in LA. Cool, thanks. I'm just kidding. They're wokies. Can't do that.
All right. You know what? We've talked Star Wars.
Star Wars, everyone's like, don't get political. It's Star Wars. Don't get political. And then you watch.
That's a very political
you watch
movie.
The prequels, and it's like, that. I know people keep posting this, but it's like, the picture of George Lucas. Oh, trade blockade suddenly became relevant, didn't it? Everybody made fun of that. And now it's like, the movie's happening. Anyway.
Yep. All right,
guys. Big. Let's get to the score.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before that.
Okay.
Another thing, talking about this becoming, George Lucas talking about how these movies are meant for that period in your life, when you're 12 and you're going out in the world for the first time and you're forming beliefs.
Right.
I do think a great example, something that stuck with me in this movie, and I still think about it as a foundational building block, message or whatever that still pops into my head, is what you mentioned. Scary, but Luke going, "What's in that tree?" And Yoda saying, "Only what you take with you." And I still think about that all the time. When you see someone going into a situation with a gun or whatever, well, you're going to use it.
Right.
Going into a situation with, you know what I mean? It's like what you bring to the table is going to be picked up from the table. That was such an important lesson at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go into this angry, it's going to be an angry situation. It's going to, whatever you bring with you. And, this is basic now, but I don't know. Again, at that age, these are things you learn. Or need to learn, sure. And you form your own ideas about it. And so I like that there is a part, and it's kind of missing from, I will say, the other Star Wars movies, is that part, him facing Vader there,
right,
and then slashing at him, and then seeing his face in the helmet.
That
was something that at that age, it left me some room to interpret.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? I do think I was a little bit lost from Star Wars since then. Is a moment like that where you can kind of a young person can kind of sit with what they think that represents. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, well, I'm just going to guess, Rocco. We're giving it 5s. I'm just going to guess.
Yeah, I would. It's just the music being meh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 5.
It's a 5. It's a 5 for most people, I would think, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but what a great. This is what movies could and should be. This is it.
This and Return of the Jedi, to me, they use every movie magic trick in the book. And I think that is a big point for them as well, is that they really take everything they learned about movie making and use every trick to make magic.
Yep.
And that's what's always fascinated me, not only about Star Wars, but about Industrial Light and Magic, things like that. the creativity that you can just come up with this stuff and make it real affected me so much. So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
That's a big part of it too. Big announcement that I wanted to make though.
What's that?
Big announcement.
What?
I've made a big move in my life.
Uh-oh.
As of this morning, they only did this for a limited amount of people.
Okay.
I am now a founding member at the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art.
Oh!
Opening in Los Angeles.
A founding member?
They opened a limited amount of memberships they wanted to get founders to become, the first members of the museum. Not just some schmuck buying a ticket.
No.
No, I'm a founding
founder,
member.
Bitch.
It wasn't that really wasn't that much to do it. And I get to go. I get admission from now until like the end of 2027 or something like that. Dude, I'm fucking going. Not only are they going to have Star Wars shit, they got Norman Rockwell's. They got like the first drawing of Wolverine. They got fucking, they're going to have drawings of fucking, I don't know.
Betty Boop.
Oh, you name it. Like the first, there's like some of the first drawings of Bugs Bunny.
Oh!
There's fucking paintings from pyramids and mummies and
What
shit
the
in
fuck?
it. It's all narrative art from the beginning of time until now. So there's probably going to be fucking gamer shit.
Oh.
There's going to be probably PS5 shit next to Mesopotamian shit.
That's cool.
And in one gallery, you could go, oh, check it out. Last of Us, sick.
First of Us.
Oh, yeah, but check this.
Egyptian
First
stuff.
of Us. You made a clever joke before I even had a chance. You kind of robbed me of that.
Were you gonna say First of Us?
No, I didn't even think about it, and that's why I feel stupid now.
God,
I feel fucking dumb.
I'm so cool. God, I'm so cool. Okay.
Anyway, dude, it's.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Bring a guest.
Oh.
It gets that. I get a guest in
Oh.
when I go. So guess what? Kevin's going.
Kevin B.
I'm just kidding.
His guest.
No, he's gonna. He just saw these for like the first time, and he's not even gonna know. I don't even think he sees Norman. He knows Norman.
He doesn't know who Norman is.
So yeah, it'll probably be me and Meg.
Okay, that sounds right. Okay, Rocco, what are we watching next? I don't even know.
What should we watch next, everybody?
Oh,
hey, you know what?
It doesn't work playing up to the.
You know what? It's May. Anime. I think another anime month.
No.
Shout out. Let's get to
bro.
it. They're re-releasing Mononoke. Now's the time.
Give a fuck.
Now is the time. Now is the best time.
Come on. Let's do
Solo.
No.
All right, everybody. What should we watch?
Oh, it's hard because there's 1,000 different suggestions. Just give a suggestion. We'll pick one of them. How's that?
Give a suggestion. We will pick one.
One of the
and
suggestions.
Only one.
And, what do you think?
We had a lot of people, too, bring up, like, the Andor thing.
Yeah.
I really think, though, I know a ton of people that, like, oh, I've heard watch the first three. I kind of feel like the first three are the least interesting. And I just feel like you would have watched them and been like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch the rest. Like,
yeah.
I just feel like you got to see the whole thing, and it just wouldn't have worked.
All right.
But, at some point, it'd be cool to check it out. But anyway.
You know what movie I've never seen, and you're not going to believe this? I've never seen North by Northwest.
Oh,
ever.
Yeah.
I've seen all of Hitchcock movies. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
But that one I've just never seen.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Anyways, that's all. Put that on the list.
That's on the table. But if there's anything
table.
else that comes up, if there's anything else that pops up, let me know. Your kids don't care at all about Mandalorian Grogu?
They do not care.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Lennon. I think Lennon's kind of grown out of the Yoda thing a little bit. She still likes Yoda, but it's not what it was. Yeah. That was 6 years ago, and now she still likes it, but it's not like her identity anymore. Yeah. So whatever. Respect. But for the record, Lennon was always the OG Yoda. It was never Grogu. She liked Grogu.
Weird thing to call your kid.
She thought it was like cute and whatever, but she was like, that's great and all, but I like the puppet Yoda from Empire. That is what she's always attached herself to.
Yeah.
Always like little weird monsters she's always loved her whole life. Like for Halloween, she was Dobby from Harry Potter when she was really, really little. And then like how do you know what this fucking is? But she saw creatures like, I like that. I want to be that. Yeah. She always liked the weird shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Okay. We'll find out what we're watching soon. I'm going to post this right now because it is May 4th. So we recorded this. It's ending at 2:46 our time on May the 4th. When will you watch it? Let's find out. All right. Goodbye, everyone. God bless.
God bless. That's how you end the Star Wars. And just like they said at the end of Revenge of the Sith, God bless.
Peace be with you. Goodbye.
And also with you.